Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Learning and reciting Quran seems to be the most amazing thing to start off. Alhamdulillah for everything. With every step that we take to try and get closer to Allah, to understand His words, to be able to recite them, memorize them, be the hufadh, be able to keep the hifth of the Quran. Hifth means protection. To be able to do all of that, we need to struggle. And Allah makes it easy for us. He promises. We take those steps, He makes it easy for us. So inshallah, by helping each other and doing this together, we'll be able to get there. And a little bit of inconvenience along the way is just going to add to our thawab, inshallah. I also do Tafseer classes and doing Tajweed classes too. Making this video series is going to help me review and hopefully put something out there for people who are interested in taking Tajweed classes, starting at the basics. As a Quran student, I'm always looking for resources for myself, and I've found some pretty good ones that I will share with you, and hopefully this will be one that will help you too. So hopefully, inshallah, this will continue and be a resource, inshallah, for me to review and to help you guys get started too. All right. So there's two different types of mistakes. There's lahan jelly, that's like jelly, like a jelly bean, and lahan khafi. All right. Lahan jelly is apparent. It's an apparent mistake. So if I say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, those of you that recite Quran are going to immediately correct me and say, no, it's Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You corrected me because I did a fatha instead of a kasra. That's a lahan jelly. Generally, even people without the knowledge of tajweed are able to point out lahan jelly. Lahan khafi is the other type of mistake. Now this error is known by those who have done tajweed rules. So for example, if I say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, could you catch anything? I'll say it again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Right, you may not have caught that, right? It's supposed to be Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, right? So that would be an example of lahan khafi. So those are the two different types of mistakes. Make note of those two in your notes as well. All right. There are 4 different things that constitute the knowledge of tajweed. And the first one is knowing the articulation point. What was that again? Right. Makharij. Makharij is articulation point. So the first one is knowledge of the point of articulation. The second one is knowing the sifat. Each and every single letter in the Quran, in Arabic, has its own characteristics, right? Its own way. So sometimes you're going to have letters that come from the same articulation point, but they won't have the same characteristics, so they're going to sound different. And we're going to get more into that in the next few videos. The third is the knowledge of the rules of tajweed. So there are many, many different rules of tajweed. Other than the articulation point and other than the sifat of the actual letter, when you are joining these words and reciting passages, you have different rules of tajweed. So those are important to know. And the fourth, you're going to be exercising your tongue and your throat an awful lot. My teacher said to us, if you haven't been reciting Quran correctly, when you start practicing these makharij and these rules of tajweed, you're going to have a sore throat. It's kind of like when you start practicing to ride a bike, you're inevitably going to fall at some point, right? It's just all part of the process. So if you have been reciting it correctly, you're good to go, inshallah. If you need more help and you're going to keep practicing with me, and you might have a little bit of a sore throat. So it starts with knowing what makhraj is. Now, when I was taught as a child, I just thought makhraj was pronunciation, and I was way wrong. Makhraj is in fact the articulation point. So there are all these different articulation points. Where is the sound of the letter coming from? And those are called the articulation point. And that is makharij. That is the meaning of makharij. It's articulation point. So that's number one. You can put that in your notes. The second thing is we're learning Tajweed because not only do we want to know how to pronounce it from the articulation point, there are 17 of those articulation points, 17 of those sources of makharij, which we are going to go in detail. But to start off with, we divide them into 5 different groups. All right? The 5 different groups are, the easiest one we're going to mention is the empty space in the mouth. All right? So the empty space in the mouth and throat is called al-jawf. Al-jawf. Those are the makharij al-jawf. It's the empty space in the mouth and the throat. The second one is makharij al-halq. Makharij al-halq are the words that come from our throat. The letters that come from our throat. Makharij al-halq, right? The third one is makharij al-lisan. Lisan. Lisan in Arabic means tongue. I might be making faces during these videos and showing you my teeth because those are things that are used in articulating the Arabic language. The next one is the 2 lips, shafatan, shafatan, right? And the 5th one is the nasal passage, al-khayshum, al-khayshum. So those are the 5. We have al-jawf, which is the mouth and throat, just the open area of the mouth and throat. Then we have al-halq, which is the throat, the letters that emanate from within the throat. We have the tongue, al-lisan, lisan, the tongue, the 2 lips, shafatan, and the nasal passage, al-khayshum. Hopefully this was a good first review. All right, take care. Assalamu alaikum.